Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream where, yes, we're covering the most hot topics on Transformers Earth Wars. So welcome everyone to the stream. So I know a few people just said that there was no sound at the start. I've had some Transformers music at the start since a year ago, and all of a sudden I started getting copy strike, copy strike, copy strike, copy strike, copy strike on every single stream because of the music. So sadly, I have had to remove it. Although I'm not really monetizing the streams, so I don't think it might not be an issue. But hey, I've had to remove it for the time being, but it might come back. So I know a lot of people have said that I better be wearing a costume. So I've literally come as the Invisible Man. So literally, this is going to be the stream. Me just sat here as the Invisible Man. So I hope you enjoy the. I hope you really enjoy the costume. And yeah, let's see who we've got in the chat. So let's have a look. Who have we got? Let's have a look. So we've got Blade 19, one of my members. We've got Chris Harmon as well. Good to see you. Thanks for being members. We have got Trax Penny Lancaster. We have got E-Rods. We have got my brother Grind Time. Good to see you as well, buddy. We have got Darklands. We have got London's Calling. We have got Candyman, my buddy. Good to see you too. We've got... Who else have we got? We've got Carnage Mac 8. We've got Jamie Carpenter, one of my members as well. We've got Shock Bomb 28, Autobot Phil. We've got Steve Pierce. We've got... Who else have we got? We've got Ranger and we've got ZB22 as well. So thank you all for joining. Much appreciated. So what we're going to be covering in today's stream. So as you can probably see from the description, we're going to talk about top 20 bots that I want to see come into this. Well, I want to see them come in the game, basically. So not just Autobots, not just Decepticons, but just 20 bots that I would like to see in the game that are not in the game, which is a bit surprising, some of the names, isn't there? Even I was surprised, going, wow. So yeah, 20 bots that I want to see in the game. And then we're going to be covering a bit about Raiden, a bit of talk about that, and a bit of talk of what's happening behind the scenes. So yes, all that and more. Is that the costume? Yeah, literally, I'm the Invisible Man. Look. Look, I'm the Invisible Man, look. That's my costume, look, see? Look. Oh, joking. So Grind Time must be saying, you better have a costume. I don't wear costumes. I don't do costumes at all. It's not my thing, not at all. So I was like, fuck it, I'm with Invisible Man. Yeah, only a bit of joke, but thanks for joining, guys. Anyway. Oh, right. I'm a bit messed up now for starting like that. Anyway, so let's go into the newsletter, and we'll Candyman, you're funny, and we'll see what's going on with this week's event. So, bar week grinder, week ninny bong. This weekend's event is called Forgotten Lands. So this was supposed to be the Combiner event, which, in all honesty, if we're completely honest, was massively rushed. And I've been a massive critic of this, so I am glad. We're going to be covering it a bit later, but I am glad they've sort of put it back a bit. But this weekend's event is a Halloween themed event. We're looking at some spectral chests, ghostly chests, eerie chests, and lots of shards. So we kind of get this every year. It's a nice sort of chilled event. It's an alliance event. It's 500k points and then open ended, so you can get more XP if you want to. But 500,000 XP divided by 40 members with a full alliance, then you're looking at about 12k, 13k each. And then you can get, from the spectral chest, you can get random Chrism Zeeks. 5 of those. Glad it's 5. I remember, was it last year or 1 year? It was like 1. I was like, come on, you can't even spare a few Chrism Zeeks. So at least it's 5. Then 50,000 spark, which is decent, and then some 5-star shards. So it's 50% shards, 25 of the other two, which is quite good as well. And then we've got the ghosted chest. So we've got 5 Kremzeeks, 50,000 combat spark, and 50 combat shards, and then same again, Kremzeek, combiner spark, and G metal power core. So if you're getting 10 of each chest, then you're probably looking at 5 of the shards. So you're looking at 250 5-star shards, 250 combat shards, 5 G metals, and then you're looking at, like, 150,000 spark, 150,000 combiner spark, 150,000 combat spark, and a few crems. So add that into the 4-star shards and 3-star shards, and some of the MK4, which are finally in there. Finally, which is madness that we've had to wait as long for MK4s to actually be available in events. One of my critics of spaceape and the team, when we spoke to Teir in the interview, not seen that already, go and check it out. It's like 3 hours long, but it's a really good interview. Some real insights in there. So not a bad event all in all for a small, measly 12k points. No battle zones, no mayhem mode or anything like that. And then they're still sort of pushing the survey that they've put up, asking you what you want to see next year. You remember the shout of 500 5-star shards if you get picked as well. But they do ask in there what bots you would like to see, and that's sort of what stemmed my idea behind this week's stream of putting the top 20 bots I want to see in the game. Because when I started doing this survey, I was like, there's more than a couple that I want to see. So yeah, I thought I'd do top 20 bots I want to see. And then the Saga schedule, as you can see, it's changed now. So we have obviously the Gunner Crystals and Prime Core Shard events last 2 weeks. We've got the Halloween event this week. We've got the combat release next week, and we still don't even have the combat for next week, which is worrying. Playing a lot of catch up, and it worries me that we're still playing catch up. But again, we'll talk a bit about it later on. Then we've got another Prime Core Shard event. Then we've got a to be confirmed event. I think that was going to be the endurance bot, but that has been pushed back. Then we've got a Thanksgiving event, which is pretty much like, Black Friday, where we'll be doing the sales, things like that. Some good sales on around then, which is also in the survey as well, asking you what you would like to see. And then we've got the new bot releases and mayhem mode for the last week. So interesting how that's going to be. Go and check out the content creators, myself, Soldier, and Freesius. Then we've got a very good picture there. It says, can you guess who it is from Slave Prime 1? I'm guessing, I think maybe Astro Train, maybe? No? Some kind of jet, surely, with the jet wings. But doesn't like Astro Train, so I don't know. Put in the chat who you think it is. I'm intrigued. Don't know. Not Astro Train. There's nothing train about him, so it's not Astro Train. It's definitely a Blitzwing, maybe? Don't know. Put in the chat who you think it is, let me know. And then the next stream is on the 13th of November, so a couple of weeks away. So make sure you tune in for that, and I'll have all the, obviously, sneak peeks and things like that. And we cover the stream straight after it, covering whatever they've talked about as well. So be sure to check that out. So let's look in the chat, see what everyone's putting, and I can drink my brew. NWC has put Astro Train. Yeah, I thought that as well. And Trackspin Lancaster put looks like Astro Train on steroids. Yeah, it's a good. If it is Astro Train, because of the shape of the wings, I think it is it. I think so. Because of the shape of the wings. Or is it Leozak? I don't know. Leozak has them sort of wings, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's AH-on. Grand Transport. Autobot Shuttle? No, it's not the Autobot Shuttle. You mean the Ark? Is that what you mean? No, it's definitely not the Ark. Don't know. And Stephen Gomez, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. So as always, we'll always answer any super chats that come through. So Stephen Gomez has asked or said, I know character shards are for ranking up bots. What about combat character shards? What are they for? If you already have the 4-star, you can't rank up combats. It's a really good point. And I did say a while back, I was sort of giving a bit of insight, and I said that on my account, when you get the sort of character shards for the combats, I've not cashed mine in. I did cash a few in when I was claiming. Let me just put the phone on charge. Sorry. Put it on charge before it runs out of battery. Don't forget, Warren. Jesus. That's why. Oh, 5%. Jesus, that was close. So I did say I was saving all my combat shards for when ranks came to combats. That's not happened yet. There's nothing in the pipework. There's no talk of it. But you know what I always say, guys? If you don't need it, save it. And it's the same for this. I don't really need them duplicate combats for the shards, things like that. So I just save them for when, if that comes along. Now, it may never come along. It might. But this is literally how I play the game. And how I've been quite successful is trying to stay ahead of the curve. So I do sort of hoard, and I have been sort of criticizing alliances for it sometimes. But when new content comes out, it's quite easy to get, or easier to get. I know people that have thrown hundreds of dollars at the game to get that new content, and then usually I get it quite easily or with a lot less money. And that's how you sort of stay ahead of the curve without absolutely throwing money at the game and staying at a higher level. So I would advise everyone to save them if you don't need them. But if you cash them in, you cash them in. It depends what level you're at. You know, if you're at medium to high levelish and you're not really bothered about the next meta and being, you know, on the front foot, not in the top alliance, I won't worry too much about it. But I would say if you're in a top 10 alliance and you want to try and stay ahead and be winning wars, then you need to sort of think ahead that you either need to hoard items to stay ahead, or you need to spend a lot of money when the new items come out. And it's up to you either way. I like to hoard personally, but yeah. Trash Pedalanka support. I just use a shard to get more 5-star combat shards by trading them in, obviously, for dupes. Trash Panda, what's the new Decepticon combiner called? Dino King in it? Yeah. No, is it Dino King? No. No, it's not Dino King, because everyone thought it would be Dino King, but it's not Dino King. Oh, someone put it in the chat. I forgot. Honestly. Mine's gone blank, because I've never tested it. I've never looked at it yet. Because they've announced it, obviously, in the newsletter. I've not seen it, because obviously I'm an Autobot. And then a lot of Decepticons are struggling to even get into testing. And I know Friedis is struggling with his account at the minute. So, yeah. Is it Dino King? Is it, though? I don't know. For some reason, I think it's not, though. Maybe I've gone mad. I don't know. I thought it was Dino King. But then, as I said it, I thought, I don't think it is Dino King. I don't know. It is Dino King. Yeah. Is it really, though? Are you sure? I don't know. I remember them announcing the combiner, and I remember thinking, well, it would have been better if they did Dino King. Or was that when I was guessing? I don't know. It all molds into one. Oh, Trax said he can get into his PT account now, finally. So, yeah. Yeah, it's Dino King. I was right first time. Even as I say it now, though, I'm still like, is it really, though? That would be pretty cool if it is Dino King. Oh, no, that was it. That was it. Yeah, sorry, they did announce Dino King, and I thought it's a bit crap that it's not parts, because that would be cool. That's why I'm thinking that. That's why I was second guessing myself. Yeah, because obviously it's into parts. It's not into bots. And I remember thinking when they announced Dino King, it's a bit of a shame that they're not actual bots. It's just parts like Omega Supreme. That's what it is. That's what it is. Thank you, Stephen Gomez, for being a member as well. So he's put synergies coming back. These teams seem fun. Well, I don't know. So the problem is that Dale was doing all these synergies and doing these reworks and things like this, and that was because he had Callum sort of helping him run the community and doing that side of it. But now that's sort of spanner in the works of it, which we'll talk about again a bit later on. I don't think it will for a while. I want them to come into the game. But I was talking to this about Dale as well, and the problem is that there are so many. You can't no matter what classification you choose to do synergies, there'll be one bot in that selection that is massively overpowered and doesn't work for. It almost breaks the game. So, and the problem is they could do it by combiners, but if they do it with combiners, then some combiners need have 6 bots, some have 5. So the people with 6 have more chance to do it because they've got 6 options. So if they're missing one, they can still do it with 5. But the people with Autobot combiners only have 5. But then do you need all 6? Do you need all 5? If so, it's a bit unfair. You need all 6. So it causes a bit of confusion in some respects. One bot, for example, like Tracks, is not part of a combiner. But obviously his Decepticon counterpart is. So there's a lot of bots like that where the Autobot version is a combiner, Decepticon one isn't. And that kind of makes it unfair, really, because you might put, you know, a team of whatever together. I'm trying to think of another example, really. So Skyrain, for example, Skyrain and Blitzwing. Skyrain is part of obviously Skylix is part of Skyrain, so that he's a half decent bot. But then for Galvatronus, you know, it's not as good really for the Decepticons, so it's a bit unfair. So I don't know. It's a bit hard in terms of synergies coming back. I think they will eventually, maybe. I don't know. Rangers put, why is there no Transformers Energon toys in the game? I don't know. I think it's just popularity, really. I'm honest with you. I think. James Donkey's put, what is the reward on 2 million points? There's no reward for 2 million points. It's up to 500,000, but you can get up to 2 million points. So in other words, there's no reward for getting to 2 million. But if you get to 500,000 and it's finished, normally the event would finish and you have to go to another alliance to go and get points or go and get XP. But you can stay in your alliance and get XP. I mean, to be fair, I think if you've done the 500,000 points and you want more XP, you better go and join a low level alliance and helping them out and making your points worth something to get the rewards where you get the XP, rather than stay in your alliance. But you're a top level alliance and you want a war and get some more spark and resources and still get XP, you can do that as well. So it's just giving you options basically. So it's a good option. Mario Zambiano's put, something's happened at spaceape Games. I was in the BeatStar server and their community manager is leaving. I go in Chrome Valley game and somebody named Amy is leaving. Oh, wow. I've known Amy for years. I've known Amy for probably as long as I've been in this game. And if she's leaving, then that's really poor. I've actually got Amy on Facebook. I actually know her quite well. When I went to spaceape for the tour, I actually spent about an hour at a time just talking to Amy. I like Amy a lot. She's really good. I don't think they've done layoffs. I don't know. But yeah, I have tried hitting Dale up and it's sort of been a bit tight-lipped, so I don't think I can say anything really. Which is fair to fair. I mean, it is their staff, so it's not like I can say anything. And that's, to be honest, even if he did say something, I wouldn't say anything on stream, but he hasn't, so I can't comment. Yeah, Traxpen Lancaster's put, they definitely in the beginning didn't think through combiners and all the bot counterparts when they started everything out. Yeah, I think when they started this game, they just thought it'd last a few years and that was it. I didn't think they'd lasted this long. You know, I don't think they think it lasted. It lasted 10 years, so. What we're up to, is it 9 years? We're up to now this year? I think we're up to 9 years coming January. So, for the beta. So, you know, only 1 year of 10 years is mad. Traxman Lancaster, but I was going through the list of Transformers and they are really starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel, especially with the air class bots. Well, might be a few in here that they can, you know, change that. You know, I think the toy lines depict a lot, but I think they're just picking some strange ones. But I don't know. Like I got my list here, we can go through that. And Candyman's put, I think Autobots could do with another Jetfire variant. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not enough, obviously. Cool. Tractor's put, they fixed his PC count and he still can't access Raiden. Welcome to Playtest. I think some people now that have been in playtest or are in playtest, I think they can see now why I rant and rave in there and why I really lost it. And you know, I don't talk the same as I do on stream as I do in there because it's frustrating, pure and utter frustration on my part, being in playtest. And like I said, I don't. I it's a double-edged sword for me in playtest, for me anyway, because I enjoyed pushing boundaries, and I feel like in playtest there's not enough people that do that. I feel like there's people that are sort of, they accept alright content, mediocre content, but I always push for more and more and more. Not just to get them stronger and like overpowering. Listen, there's plenty of times where I was like, this can't stay as it is. It's too powerful. But getting it balanced and worthwhile. But the amount of stress that it gave me and the amount of time it took me to go through the box looking for bugs and trying things out over and over again and in different situations and checking the numbers, and I'll be there writing numbers down and checking it's doing the right damage. And listen, I'm not for 1 minute saying that it was all me catching bugs. I'm not going to say that, but I also did help towards that by doing these things and saying like it's not doing the right numbers and things like that. But I feel like there's not enough people doing that in playtest. But to be fair, like there's not enough time in playtest to do that nowadays. They're not given the time to do it. But there's just not enough vocal people in playtest, I feel, anymore. It's sort of, you know, when it like the likes of like me and sort of Spar and likes of you know, Andy, people like that in there, and then when it went on to like sort of even likes of Tex and people like that, and people that wouldn't be scared to sort of stand up and sort of be heard. I think playtest was at its best then. It's probably its most toxic, but we got the job done. We did, because we'd have them discussions, we'd have them arguments, we'd have the back and forth. We would give our opinion, disagree with each other, but although it's probably hard to read on the apes side, something good came of it because you can see two opinions either side, and it did split playtest. Yes, it did, but that's not a bad thing because you can see how like the both sides are trying to do something. And I use Parker as a good example. Me and Parker didn't see eye to eye with a lot of things, but you can't deny the amount of effort that he would put into playtest. You know, he would probably put as much effort in as me, and although we didn't see eye to eye, I respected that it did put effort in. I would rather disagree with someone while they're putting effort into playtest than someone not putting effort in. I would never say like, oh, get kicked Parker out of playtest. It frustrated me. Don't get me wrong, definitely. And sometimes like, what the hell is he going on about? But you know what I mean? You need people in that there. You can't have all people that agree. You can't. You know. But who knows? Who knows? Joseph Cirillo, how's it going? Good to see you as well. Candyman's put, I wish they would just drop a new 5-star into Shanix. I know, yeah. I'm running out of bots to level. Just throw in Cup or Dead End maybe. They're barely relevant these days, so why not? Well, I don't think you'll see Cup and Dead End in there because they're scared to death of back doors. But they should put a bot in there, but they're going to run out of bots. I'm telling you right now, they are going to run out of bots in about 2 years' time to make 5 stars. Maybe a year. They literally are going to run out of bots. And then there will be no legacy bots. There'll be none. There'll be no 5-star patches even. There'll be one 5-star batch a year. Because if bots are coming out every 8 weeks, that's like, what, 7 a year? So that's like 1.5 5-star batches a year when all the 5 stars are out. So yeah, I mean, look at it. Yeah, so let's go into getting help this dead quick actually, because it's a good subject to talk about. So this is my live account. So I think we did this a while back, but obviously they've added a few new 5-stars now. But let's look. I think I've got all the 4-stars in the game, other than a few maybe. But let's count how many are not 5-stars. So remember, we're probably going to have in each batch. Let's ignore the legacy bot, because the legacy bot is an old bot that's going to get reworked. So that's going to be in there regardless. So let's just say every 5-star batch is going to have 2 endurance bots in there and 3 bots that aren't. So that's going to be either a legacy bot or just a chosen bot. So let's have a look at how many bots we've got that aren't 5-star. So we've got Cup. That's 1. Tracks, that's 2. Chromia, 3. Snapdragon, double dealer. Stone 5. Sideswipe 6. Alpha Bravo 7. Storm Clash 8. Broadside 9. Punch 10. Jump Stream 11. Cliff Jumper 12. Streetwise 13. Beast Wars Silverbug 14. SG Goldbug 15. Beast Wars Prowl 16. Scarcity 17. Bulkhead 18. Dust Up 19. Power Glider soon. Paramagna 20. Beast One was Ironhide 21. Helm Vamp 22. Cybertron Jetfire 23. I don't think there's any 4 stars that I haven't got that aren't already. Yep. 23 bots. 23 that are not 5 stars. So if there's going at least 3 going in every single batch, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. They've got 8 batches worth. They've got 8 batches worth of bots right now. That's including batches and legacy. So I honestly think that what they do 3 a year, 2 years max. And you got to think that all of these, out of all them, I mean, if we take combiner bots out of that, because they need to be 5-star versions for the 5-star combiners, let's just say they're going to make all of them 5-star versions. So let's take out all the bots that are combiner bots and just leave 4 stars that are not combiner bots, that are not 5 stars. So we have got, this could be interesting, we've got Cup. Now, although Tracks isn't, Mind Wipe is, so, not Mind Wipe, Cutthroat, sorry. Cutthroat is, so, Dead End is, so, yeah, so Cup's got to go in a batch as well. Chromium Fellbat is, Double Dealer, that's 1. Snapdragon is 2. Oh god, there's not a lot of these. I'm just trying to think now, thinking ahead. Off-road is off-road? No. Yeah, in off-road part of Menosaur in this game? I don't think so actually. Breakdown, Dead End. No, I don't think he is, so Sideswipe. God, it's hard to find thinking of these tactical counterparts. Storm Clash Viper. Oh my god, who's Broadside's a counterpart? Yeah, I think Broadside is. Punch 6. Oh, this is too difficult. This jump stream is, I think, in that. Yeah, I think Cliff Jumper is. Oh, I can't bother with this set of counterparts. 7, yeah. Combine apart. 8, SG Goldbug. Jetfire Skystriker 9. Bulkhead 10, yeah. 10. Helm Vamp 11. Cybertron Jetfire 12. 12 bots that are not part of combiners that can go in batches, which is scary. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty mad. Yeah, broadside and eight face. So yeah, so broadside and eight face aren't. So yeah, pretty crazy. Running out. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I did cover that in a video a while back, and I was yeah. But I sort of worked it out that obviously if it was five in a batch and we didn't include the legacy batches, then it was like we had like 6, 7 batches left. So we literally have got like 8 batches left. So imagine we'll get another batch around Christmas time, January. Maybe 2 next year, 3 next year. So we'll have 4 the year after. So I think by the 11th year, we'll have none, really. No 5 stars, no 4 stars that have made it to 5 stars, which is madness. Crazy. Okay, so, yeah. So obviously wanted to talk about 20 characters 20 characters that I want to see come to Transformers Earth War. So I know there are plenty of characters that are missing outside of this. But these are my 20. So granted, there'll be 20 that, or not 20, but a few that you want to see as well. So let me know in the comments any that I miss out that you think should be brought to the game. Obviously, a massive G1 fan myself, so that's going to have a massive impact. But I know not everyone is a G1 fan. Some people are obviously Beast Wars fans, Energon fans, whatever. But these are my 20 that I would like to see anyway. So, first off, number 20 is Moonracer. So I think we've got most of the fembots in the game now. So I think Moonracer would sort of complete that. So do want to see Moonracer in the game. 19th. It's Battle Trap and Flywheels. So duo cons. I think it would be pretty cool if we could have these in the game in some way. There's a few things like this where I'd like to see just the game just evolving a bit, basically, and something a bit different. I think this would be a good opportunity to have, you know, 2 bots that sort of combine, like a mini combiner in a way. But yeah, it'd be a cool addition to the game. 18, Point Blank. I think you're going to see quite a few Target Masters, Headmasters. I don't think they've barely been touched upon much yet. Massive fan personally, like I said, the Headmasters cartoon. So I think you'll see quite a few Headmasters and Target Masters in this list. Then we've got Grotesque and Fangry. So this is Fangry. So obviously really cool bot. Obviously suits a sort of Halloween narrative. So Fangry would be a good alternative. And then Grotesque as well, which is kind of like a sort of dragon in a way. And you can see there, he's got Fracas within there. So yeah, really cool addition, I think. Next up, we've got Repugnus. So we're really cool to see him in the game as well. Who else have we got? Then we've got Nightbeat. Nightbeat's been missing for quite a while now. Obviously a G1 character, quite well known. So I think he'll be a decent addition to the game. Really cool bot. Then I've added 2. I had 1 place left basically, and I wanted to choose between these 2. And I was like, I can't basically. They're sort of like the neck and neck. So obviously it's Misfire and also Slugslinger. So these 2 obviously from the Headmasters cartoon, as obviously Headmasters and Target Masters. So yeah, really cool. I'd love to see them in the game as well. Next, carrying on, we've got Highbrow, another obviously Headmaster. I have said before, I would love to see Headmaster in the game properly. We've got a few Headmasters in the game, but they're not actual Headmasters. It's more the bot before they became Headmasters. If you remember the cartoon, they were just normal bots and then became Headmasters, which made them stronger. I would like to see the head detach and do something and mean something. We've got combats in the game, but it doesn't really... Yeah, it empowers the bots, but, you know, it's a good addition in terms of making the bots powerful, but it's not good in terms of, you know, coolness. You know what I mean? Like the head detaching and the animations, that would be pretty cool. Next we've got Chrome Dome. So my cousin had this toy. I was very jealous as a kid. Really cool toy. I would love to see Chrome Dome in the game again from that Headmasters cartoon. So next up, we've got the clones. So we've obviously got Cloudraker and Fastlane, and we've got Pounce and Wingspan. So again, from Return of Optimus Prime. So the later sort of or is it actually Headmasters? No, Return of Optimus Prime. Yeah, Return of Optimus Prime. What was it, Headmasters? I can't remember. Anyway, but some of the coolest cartoons, in my opinion, and really, really cool bots that were not really showing that much. I would love to see them more, and would love to see these sort of in the game in some way. I would love to have an event where you get both bots. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Getting two bots, imagine that. Because they're twins, they're clones. But yeah, really, really cool addition to the game. I put them both in the same place because I don't think you can have Wingspan and Pounce without obviously Cloud Raker and Fastlane, so we'll see. Next up, I mean, we need Sunstorm. You know, we've got all, you know, Starscream, we've got Acid Rain now, we've got most of them, most Cybertron jets and stuff, but we've not got Sunstorm. So definitely need a Sunstorm coming to the game. Last of the Seekers, I think. We've got all Seekers other than Sunstorm. Don't know, but I'd love to see Sunstorm in the game. Next, Ratbat. I mean, a lot of the cons have been complaining about not having Ratbat in the game. Bit of a travesty, really, considering how he was, you know, he was quite vocal in the cartoons. So, you know, a well-known character. So definitely need Ratbat in the game. Then I would actually like to see Sentinel Prime from the last Transformers 1 film. We've obviously had Optimus and Megatron. I weren't really keen on the Bumblebee sort of transformation, the character. But I did like Sentinel Prime as in terms of like what it looked like and when he transformed, it looked really, really cool. So out of the Transformers 1 character, I really would like to see him in the game. Pretty cool. Next up, I'll apologise. I'm sorry, but I would like to see Wheeler. I know he's not the most favourite character in Transformers, but I'm pretty sure he's the only character now from the Transformers movie that's not in the game. So you got to think it's only a matter of time before we get Wheeler, and he's definitely you know, up there in as in, you know, missing not just like by favorite bots, but well-known bots that are missing from the game. Next up, Power Master Optimus Prime. I had this as a toy as a kid and was super, super cool. So I would love to see another Prime in the game. And I've said before that everyone goes mad for a Prime. So why not bring out like Energon Prime and, you know, I know we've got Leo Convoy as well. And, you know, Power Master Optimus Prime, you know, these different variations of Optimus Prime are more powerful obviously than the previous one. So would love to see him as well. Next up, we've got Gears. So I've wanted Gears for a long time. Another sort of original G1 character, one of the original characters of the franchise. And would love to see him in the game as well. Next up, we've got Dreadwing and Darkwing. So not the ones from Transformers 1. But again, I think these come as a pair. Really, really cool bots. If you had these toys as a kid, two jets that combine into one big jet. Obviously, Power Masters as well. So super, super cool. Next up, we've got Weird Wolf. So love this guy in the Headmasters cartoon. Obviously, really good character. Didn't see enough of him, I thought. But one of my favourite sort of Headmasters. And when I talk about, especially Decepticon Headmasters, Weird Wolf is the one that sort of springs to mind, who I'd really like to see in the game. Number 2, it's one of my favourites, Hardhead. I've said before that I've literally got his G1 toy up there. And when I think of Headmasters, this is the first guy that I actually think of because I've got the toy since I was a kid and would love to see him in the game. Such a shame that the Headmasters are not in the game properly. And Headmasters, I think Hardhead was a big part of that. One of the, I wouldn't say one of the main characters in the cartoon, but for me, one of my favourites simply because I got the toy, basically. But definitely Hardhead. I would love to see Hardhead in the game. And then number 1, can you guess who it is? Put it in the chat if you can. But number 1, I think it's a lot of people's high on this list. When anyone says, can people suggest Transformers? We see this suggested a lot. And I don't think it's a matter of spaceape don't want them in the game. I think it's a case of spaceape trying to think like, how can we get them in the game? But I think as well, because it's such a fan favourite, I think they do have to get them in the game somehow. And that is Quick Switch and Six Shot. I mean, absolutely amazing. You six, well, not six alts, but six modes that they transform into. And can you imagine having a transformer that can change into six modes? In the game, that'd be super, super cool. Few people have suggested different ways of getting them in the game, and I'm sure there are ways. But that's for SpaceX to try and work it out in some way, because it'd be a travesty not to get these in the game, because they're such well liked, because they do something that no other Transformer can do, and that's have six modes, and that's why they're such fan favourites. So would love to see these two in the game. But is there anyone else that I've missed off that you would like to see in the game that's not on my list? Stick it in the chat and let me know. Stick it in the comments. But yeah, there's my top 20 bots that I would like to see in Transformers Earth Wars. So what everyone is sort of saying. So Darklands has put Cerebro. So yeah, I thought about Cerebro, but I know we've got Fort Max. I think it's going to be very hard to put Cerebro in without affecting Fort Max in a way, without linking it up. I think that'd be a bit difficult, but yeah, still a good shout. Swerve as well. Yeah, I think Swerve would be a decent one. Rumble and Laserbeak need characters. Yeah, well, they kind of are in the game already, so I don't think they can put them in the game as well because they're already in the game. Nova Storm as well. Yeah. Oh, it's going back quite a bit, actually. Let's go back. Yeah, Darklands, but Hardhead. Yeah. Hardhead, Highbrow, and Weirdwolf. Yep, definitely. What else? Yeah, Volcanics and Warners, but not a lot of dual contact from the Autobot side. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, yeah. The Sky Tread. I'm not. No, I didn't really like that on the toys. What else? What else? Yeah, Ion Storm and Nova Storm. Yeah, true. Yes, Wheelers, but no. Most irritating character in the movie. I know. But I don't think you can have a Transformers game without him. Candyman, if Wheeler comes in before Gears, it'd be a travesty. Christopher Falls, but Wheeler and Grimlock should be a team up bonus. Tracks put, hey, that Red Wing or whichever bot on the right looks like the bot we were guessing. Not quite though. The wings aren't as curved as I think is on that picture though, but I get you saying though. Yeah. Yeah, no, appeals to Jaguar, I know, but it's not my thing really, I'm very much G1. Wind Charge, yeah, Wind Charge is a good shout as well. Yeah. Candyman just make Wheelie a combat. Oh no. And Tracks put 6-shot, yeah. Definitely. Skullgrin as well, yeah, but there were Pretenders. The Pretenders weren't really that big, really, were they, really? But, yeah, Skullgrin's a fair shout. Groove, I don't think we'll ever see a Groove, though. Down answer, but if Six Gun comes, the Optimus needs his other two modes. Well, that's where you'd have Quick Switch, because they're both 6 modes. Tidal Wave. I think Tidal Wave will come as a Titan Tidal Wave. I think he will come Tidal Wave, but yeah. Tailgate and Outback, yeah. Who else? My finger can transform. Which one from the movie? Bringing some of the crossovers. I'm not a fan of the crossovers. I'm not a fan of the crossovers at all. I don't like crossovers. I don't know why. I think I look at them and go, ugh. Honestly, I don't like them. 2005 RID Nemesis Prime. Yeah, different universes, or multiverses, whatever you call them, that they could probably use. Yeah. Julian Howard's put, I can only imagine the work involved with spaceape creating a 6-switch. I know. Or 6-shot or quick switch, I think, yeah. 6-switch. Well, yeah, I imagine, yeah, that'd be absolutely hectic. Autobot Galaxy Shuttle. You mean the shuttle? That's the arc, isn't it? I don't know. Trash Pandas put medics are who? I never even heard of them. They're not G1. I never even heard of them. That Sport Jaguars G1 is Japanese G1. It's the same group as Lyle Kaiser. He was lower torso of Lyle Kaiser, but couldn't make it like Slingshot, where he was in the game but not in the combined team. Yeah, maybe. RID Nemesis Prime scores, yeah. So Andrew Stevenson's put what happened to Callum, which is obviously the next subject we'll talk about. So yeah, well, so I'll tell you, yeah, while we're on subject. So it was announced this week that one of the community managers for spaceape for the game was leaving the team after being here not that long, maybe only 6 months, 8 months, something like that, I think he said, which is a shame. But we've had this continuously now, where we've had community managers leaving the game, and I did ask Dale about this when we did that interview, and one of the things he did say was, in terms of developers find it hard that they have to communicate with the community and talk to the community and talk to playtest testers, and some are not used to that. Some don't have the skills to be able to do that. But obviously community managers are sort of, used to this. This is what their sort of their bread and butter is talk to the community and getting ideas. So when Callum sort of announced he was leaving, it was a bit of a shock, really, if I'm honest with you, because I thought he was doing quite well. But I mean, these things happen, can't be said. But it's like the 5th community manager or something they've had in the last 2 or 3 years that's either moved on to different projects or left. They've had developers either move on or leave. It just seems that they've got the backbone of Dale, Yanis, and Hyro, but outside of that, they can't keep someone in this game for longer than 6 months before they leave. And people behind the scenes are saying, are people getting laid off, or is there a reason for this? And you never know. I mean, I've not heard anything about people getting laid off because they were asking for people to work for them not too long ago, and they were interviewing and taking people on. But you have to think something's wrong. You've got to think that, because if everything was fine and working all right, then you got to think that why are people leaving? Why are people being moved on? If this game's so successful and Spacehip want to push this game and do well with it, then how are they going to do that when they don't have enough people to do that, because they keep moving them onto other games? So it's a bit of a hard one, really, because behind the scenes it looks so chaotic at the moment, because we've just had the Raiden event pushed back, so we don't know when, which I'm all for, because it means that the content will be better, and the content will be right. So that's at least one thing. I would rather them push it back than rush it out, but you got to think, why were they rushing it in the first place? So in that interview with Dale, he sort of said, we need to do better, and we're committed to doing it. And I think literally the next day, they came in playtest and was like, right, we've got this combiner, we want it done by next week, we want 3 iterations, and that is it. And on first impressions, you knew it was not going to be ready in a week. So why did they think it was going to be ready in a week in the first place? What made them think that? I think that their testing behind the scenes is abysmal. It really is. If they thought that combiner was going to be right within a week, it was miles away from where it should be. And it worries me that behind the scenes, they don't know this, don't realise this. Why they're not bringing it out, but suggesting bringing these things out and rushing them through. Then we got Powerglide and Cyclonus that were legacy events. Now they're sort of nice to have. It's not like a must do. So pushing that back was an easy fix. All for that. Good move. Brilliant. Let's move it back. And I get that Dale's time's going to be a bit less doing this sort of thing at the minute, because he's going to be taking over a lot of the duties that Callum would do for him, because he's on his own for the time being, until obviously he has to find a replacement, which I don't know where he's going to find a replacement from, but he needs a replacement. So it's worrying though that obviously someone in the chat earlier said that there's people from other games within Spaceape that are leaving as well. So one of those names is obviously Amy, which is well known. So I don't know why Amy couldn't come as a community manager in the meantime to help Dale out. Maybe I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, really. Amy's been in the company a long time. Probably about, I'd say, at least 10 years. Amy's been with Spaceape. Very one of the very early people. And so crazy that they're struggling to keep these staff. And there's talks of the game shutting down, as it always is when we get this sort of thing. And they said this last time, and the last time before that, and the last time before that. So I wouldn't hold your breath in terms of like saying the game shutting down. But there's definitely something wrong behind the scenes. And is it recruitment? Is it pressure from within? Is it that the manager of the game are not managing the game properly and people are leaving because of that? Is it that there's too much pressure in time because they put the pressure on themselves because they don't give themselves enough time? I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a difficult one, really. But obviously Callum leaving was a big shock and a big a hard pill to swallow. But it is what it is, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I did message Dale to ask him. He didn't really respond, just saying he's gutted, basically, that obviously Callum was leaving. But to be honest, even if he did say something, I won't be able to say it in stream, really. But he didn't even say anything. I can't say that much. But we'll have to wait and see. I presume there'll be someone else coming in, whether that's someone from another game to help Dale, which is a quick fix, but they have to get someone else in and interview them. Is it going to be the same process again? They come in, they embed, and then they either get moved on or they end up leaving. We'll see. Crime time, maybe SA needs to offer more holidays. Maybe Dale isn't good to work with as we think. Community manager before him stayed longer. No, trust me, the community manager before, not Jack. Jack was good. Jack was alright. But I wouldn't say as good as Dale or committed as Dale, although I like Jack. But then the guy before Jack, Chris, was pretty awful. They need to make a Sunstreaker Wozza bot, imagine. Julian Howard Wozza is a purist. Darklands money is why they rush, probably. Yeah. Track Sport, this Combiner and Powerglide are the first products that they missed the schedule mark, right? Yeah. But I don't think the problem is that the schedule, like, I don't know. I don't think for 1 minute this is the first time they come up problems with a bot. But I think previously they've tried to give themselves enough time. And for some reason with this, I don't see how you can give playtesters a week. It's not enough. The new the new combat's not in yet. That's a week away. And it's still not in playtest. It's not enough time. And this is why content is so bad. And honestly, like, I haven't got much hair left. But what I've got has been torn out from seeing what spaceape do behind the scenes and seeing their scheduling. Because I don't care what they say. Dale can say, oh, they're working hard and things like that. And I'm not saying for a minute they're not working hard. But the process is wrong. The process is wrong. Whatever they are doing is wrong. And they say that the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And they keep doing this where they go, oh, we're going to try and improve. And then nothing changes. Literally nothing changes. Nothing. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I would love to be a fly on the wall in spaceape HQ and see what is going on. Surely 2 months ago, they knew this combat was coming out, and surely they started developing it then. And maybe just playing catch up, but maybe they just need to pull someone from somewhere to. They need to stop the loop that they're in. They're trying to play catch up, and every time they try and play catch up, they're getting one step behind. And it's like one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back. And honestly, it's not even two forward, one back. It's one forward, two back, and they're getting closer and closer to the point where now they're a week away from the releases and not even in playtest, and it will not be good enough. I will put money on it. It won't be polished because of that, because their standards of bots is lower than ours, and we haven't been able to give enough feedback. You know, I've been quite critical of playtest, but I can't be critical of playtest right now. This is purely on spaceape. You can't give playtesters a week and expect them to, you know, be able to test things. It's impossible. You need two or three iterations, and we can't do that in a week. And I don't understand it. And they can say, "Oh, it's Hasbro, it's licensing." Well, then you need to go and talk to Hasbro and just like, listen, like this is really killing the game. The process. We need to change the process somehow, and talk to Hasbro and come to some agreement. I just don't understand it. From someone that runs a business, I don't understand it. Like right now, I'm making the finishing touches to Christmas, the finishing touches to December now, and I'm starting to look at January. I've started to plan January now. That's 2 months away, 2.5 months away, and I don't understand how Space Ape can't do that. I don't understand it one bit. It baffles me. It really does baffle me. I don't know how any business can run week to week. Any business. None. I don't think the corner shop down the road runs week to week. I think the corner shop near me, who has 4 employees maybe, and I'm not belittling when I say that, but it's a small scale business. Small scale business, doesn't take obviously much money. I will guarantee he's planning for Christmas already. Sort of thinking about stock and thinking about what he's getting in and opening hours and things like that, and doing all these things. And Space Ape can't even get a combat out in time that they've been doing the same process for the last 4 years. I don't understand it. Don't get it. Don't get it. How do you think we got the guy with trap that is Tasmanian Kid antagonist? Yeah, agreed. Why bring new combine and just do Volcanicus? Develop Raiden with playtesters? Like what? You have to clear that. I don't even mean by that, mate. Yeah, Track's got a point. He can't even access Raiden, so he can give his opinion. Half of them can't, and a couple of us that can. Well, I can't even give feedback if I wanted to. So, Meta Bear thinks Callum was fired. I don't think so. I don't think if Callum was fired, he'd be out of there by now. If you're fired, they don't go, right, you're fired, you're finishing a week. It doesn't happen. And you're not going to fire someone that's been there for 8 months. I don't think so at all. I think Callum has found another job. Whether he's found another job in the industry, because he wants to do, or whether he's found a job outside the industry, because it's not for him. Is it the pressures of the game? Is it Space Ape? Who knows? But I think he's found another job. I think. Big Blade put, will the Forge be talked about this stream? What Forge? The Forge? I don't know what you mean. Rushing bots out that are broken doesn't count as releasing in my schedule in my book. Yeah, fair point. Dark Answers put, reception is becoming really reality. Will the poor content? There's not enough cultural transparency at SA. We should know many months ahead what's planned. Agreed, yeah. They should literally go in like, listen, this is what you can look forward to over the next 3 months. I did say that in my interview with Dale. I'm not sure if you watched it, but I did say that. You know, they should be saying, this is what you can look forward to soon. You know, keep people playing, keep people interested, talking about it. You know, building anticipation up. Carnage Macaronites put, yeah, it's been years of this from SA. They keep falling further and further behind as they need to release more stuff. Yep, Darklands SA is doing the moonwalk. Berserk, there should be at least 20 good bot and combat ideas they could have stacked up and asked for basic PT feedback on and start putting them in the pipeline. At least as concepts, yeah. There's plenty of good suggestions out there. I mean, God, how many suggestions are in them chats? Mark Cooper's put, sees a lot of issues behind the scenes, a lot of communication issues could have been fixed if they talked to each other. Big shame Callum is leaving. I'm not too sure if it's anything to do with communication or not. I don't know, but we only speculate, can't we? Yeah, that answers, but companies, some companies have plans since 2026. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Big Blaze put the Midnight Mighty's hammer that is second to none to Star Saber. Don't know, but no, we've not got it in test. Volcanic support Hasbro just laid off a bunch of people, including the TF design director that's been there for 25 years. I'm sure decisions from Hasbro have suffered. Interesting. Interesting. All is not good behind the scenes. It is what it is. Cool. Right. Let's have a look at Raiden in test. So last week we spoke about Raiden, sort of gave our initial verdict, and then this week spaceape announced that they were pushing Raiden back. How long? We're not too sure, but they are going to push him back to us ready, which I was pleased about. It's always good to make sure the content is right. Even though they built anticipation up, I don't think there was enough anticipation. I don't think there was enough time to be given to get it right. There's not enough information out there, really. We're still unsure whether, while we've got 6 5-star parts, we have to collect all 6. Who knows? Very, very strange. But we need more information. But before we get into the information, we still need the bot to work right and be balanced. Now, spaceape have made a few adjustments to Raiden, and they have said and have stipulated that they want Raiden to be a defensive combiner. So we are going to focus a bit more on that, but I think Computron is very good on defense, but suffers a lot on offense. I don't think it's a good idea to have a combiner that's only good on defense. I think Skyrain and Leozak was a good example, or Leo Kaiser, sorry, was a good example of a bot that can be used on attack and defense. Probably a bit more geared towards defense, maybe, but can do a bit of both. And I think that's where we need to find the balance, in that Raiden needs to be good on offense and really good on defense. So when we read these out, we're going to focus more on defense as a priority, but we're not forgetting attack. So we're going to go through abilities one by one. So the crossrail ability hasn't changed at all. It's still the same. The damage has not been sorted yet. It's doing well over 6,500 damage to everything. It was doing like 20k last time we tested it. And so that obviously needs to be fixed. But before the playtesters can even give their opinion on that, it needs to be doing 6,500 damage. And then from that, then the playtesters can say whether they like it or not. But the minute when it's doing well over the damage quoted, it needs to be fixed. We don't want this combiner coming out in whatever week's time, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 weeks time, and it doing 20k damage, and then 6 months down the line, spaceape go, yeah, sorry, this combiner has been doing well over the damage, and we're going to do what the tooltip says. So let's make sure, playtest, message to you guys, let's make sure it's actually doing 6,510 damage initially, and then once we get it working to that, then we can look at what it's doing and say we need to improve it or not. Next is last call. So this has not changed either. But the tone on defense works better than offense. taunt on offense makes no sense. A taunt on defense, yeah, okay, it's going to attract the bots to the combiner rather than defenses. So yeah, damage reduction, element immunity for 10 seconds. Don't think it's enough. On death, give your defenses 50% damage reduction and element immunity for 10 seconds. I don't think 10 seconds is enough. I think 10 seconds needs to be more. But that's looking pretty good. That's looking like probably the best ability on defense, maybe. They've had a small change to the break zone 3-star ability. So the 3-star ability has been changed to, well, it's still rushing an area, dealing 465 damage. Afterwards, cast a zone that deals 93 damage per second, as well as nullifies healing. But they've also added in now that it reflects 25% of damage taken for 15 seconds. Now, we focus on defense for this. So, rushing to an area, dealing 5k damage. That's alright. It's not great. Cast a zone that deals 93 damage per second, 15 seconds. Obviously, that's about 1,500 damage. Nullifies healing. That's alright. Reflects 25%. 25% is not enough. I think if that was 75%, you might have a bit of a winner with that. And 15 seconds, I don't think is long enough either. I'd like to push that as well. They've also made a change to the 2-star ability. Whereas now, fire a barrage of bullets dealing 391 per second for 10 seconds. They've also added in that it slows them down by 60%. Now, they did say in Playtest that they want these sort of combined with each other, but they don't. They don't combine at all. And if you're having this on defense, then you can't combine the abilities on defense. You have to pick one. So personally, I don't think this works on defense. I don't think that just doing this 6k damage and then enemies that get below 15% health die. If they get to 15% health, then they're pretty much already dead anyway. So if that was like 30% health, I think that'd be a decent ability. I think this is decent. Taunting, damage reduction, element immunity, on death, give your defenses damage reduction and immunity. Make that 15 seconds, 20 seconds. That'd be a really good defensive 4-star ability. 3-star one, make the reflect 75%. I think that'd be a really good 3-star ability on defense. And then 2-star, not so much. This would be pretty good if the slow combined with something else, but it doesn't, nothing in the game. So I think we can write off the 5-star and 2-star abilities, which writing off the 5-star is fair enough, because it's not going to be out at the start, I presume. It's going to be 2, 3, and 4-star. They're bringing the 5-star part out later, at a later point. So I think look at the 3-star or 4-star point. So it works on defense with a bit of improved stats, making that 75 or making that 15, 20 seconds. It works. But there's no combination. And as an example, if we go to Ruination, and you can see here that we've got charge forward, doing damage, targets on the way, stunning them. Tidal wave, affected targets get hit by this effect extended. So it says if you hit them with another of your abilities, this one will combo with it. Then if you got this one, it says, look, unleash a large wave. Stunned targets hit by this will have their EMP extended. So if you combine this with something else, it works better. Then you've got the 4-star ability. Send a shockwave, does damage at enemies hit by this explosions. Once activated, 40% ability increase. So that's obviously combines with your bots that get 40% damage increase for 12 seconds upon death. So after death ability. Then obviously the 5-star ability, obviously then you've got that sort of one on its own, really. But the 2-star and 3-star sort of like combine very nicely with the 4-star, obviously giving a damage increase after death. And obviously damage to targets in line and stunned and tidal wave affected enemies hit by this release explosions. So even that ties in. So this links to these two, this links to these two. They all link in together. This also gives it after death ability, and this also is something on its own as well. So when you compare that to Raiden, the 2-star and 3-star don't affect anything. if this was 20 reflects 25% damage, but then if something slows, it's doing less damage. So if anything, it hinders this reflect, because something's already slowed, it's not doing as much damage, so it can't reflect as much damage back. So these are actually working against each other, not for each other. So they need to make this combo, these 2 and 3 somehow. The 4-star just needs to be better. It can run on its own, and the 5-star, like an ultimate, can run on its own, just really, really good. But changes do need to be made to Raiden. And we're going to look at him in game again in a second and see if there's any different. But changes definitely need to be made. Have this sped up transformation a bit. No, I ain't watching that. Not even bothering. Not even bothering. Right, okay, cool. Let's see what he's doing on offense, eh? Right, I need to put Bot down first. Just a bit of bug in the system, so let's do this. Put him down. Put Raiden down. Hopefully transforms a lot faster in the game than it does in the showroom. So this destroys these, then you're looking at definitely more damage than it should. Yeah, so you can see they're definitely doing more than he should. Let's reflect some damage here. Oh, now he's running on the spot. As he moonwalking. So yeah, that's definitely another bug that's been found out. So yeah, I tested this early and the visuals look really good on this, but doesn't look like it's doing much. I would keep that shield on him. It explodes and I don't really know what it's doing. You can see here that I'm trying to just kill this area here. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't mind that. That's improved. That didn't do much. That run. I think it looks alright there. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's not bad. But that's with the 5-star ability taking out half the base because it's doing 3 or 4 times what it should. So I don't think you can really count on that, really. So look at on defense. So let's pop Raiden in an outpost. There he is. Let's change this. We'll change a minute. Let me find Raiden. Let me change his active ability. Change to this one. Confirm. So we'll change the last call. So taunt. Death. Give immunity. Limit immunity. I mean, is that a lot like Skyrim? Is it too much like Skyrim? I'm just thinking now. That's very much like Skyrim, isn't it? 50% damage reduction and element immunity. I know it's not exactly the same. I think Skyrim is actually better. Is it that? Was it that 5-star one? 8% damage reduction for 10 seconds. 80% for 10 seconds. So yeah, I don't think that's as good as Skyrim. This 4-star ability. So I don't think we really need to see this on defense. Yeah. I would rather see this on defense. Break zone. Nullifies healing and reflects 25%, 15 seconds. Let's see how that one goes. Do we make it a 3-star ability? Make sure. Yep, 3-star ability. Let's charge the outpost. Let's put rock down. Let's just let's see if this taunt works. So they should all be attracted to the combiner right now, if the taunt works. I mean, he's been hacked, but the taunt's not working because bots aren't really going towards him. I mean, I'm not using any abilities on him at all, and there's not any really high HP bots in there, really, but... Don't know, after ability? Even working? See what happens again in a minute. I'm going to try and drop them all at the start. Let's have a look at them all. I want to see what this 25% reflect does. It doesn't do anything decent. Let's have a look. So again, we'll drop right in the middle though. So it runs it. Does it run? It runs in there. I'd say there's a lot of damage. I mean, we've got like, you know, got a mortar, 2 mortars hitting them there. But yeah, don't know. Not really impressed. I don't think it does enough. I think that reflect needs to be more. It doesn't make me want to drop my combiner. You know, sometimes you will see, you know, other combiners pop out of outposts and you think, oh, I need to drop my combiner. This is dangerous now. I just don't get that with Raiden. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of balancing to be done. More than I think spaceape realise it needs to be done. But as always, we'll keep you updated every week. Every week we'll be doing our stream, following the changes, report them to you guys, giving our opinion. So the best way you obviously can do that is by hitting that subscribe button, guys. Never miss another stream. And then you can keep up to date with the latest information. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Maris and Mianos, but if they close the game down, could we get refunds? How would you react? I did when TFL and Battle Tactics got shut down. I did get refunds, but you only get refunds for like the last 6 months, something like that. So you won't get them all refunded. Not a chance. Trackspin Lancaster. I'll watch Wozza playing Raiden and give my opinion off that. Why don't you just snip my stream and just send it to him? Oh, Anderson Stevenson's but why bring Raiden out before the upgrade for Volcanicus? Money. Will he be interchangeable with Comtron and Galvatron? What do you mean interchangeable? You mean, I don't even mean by that. Big Blades, but I would absolutely love to use Scarvin on offense. Shame I don't have the Binder Spark. Yeah, let's go and get it, sadly. Yeah. Darklands needs regular Spark. I don't. Volcanic Sport, I just read they released a new Masterpiece train bot. A Fembot called Yamabuki. That fits the right leg piece in play. Yeah, I can't pronounce all that. Darklands, I'm sitting at 3.6 mil combiner spark with all binders maxed. I'll swap you. Spark for combiner spark. How do you combine defensive abilities? Sounds like Taz kid abilities needing to stat to get full effect. Well, yeah, you can combine defensive abilities. That's the point I'm making. So if they want this bot to be defense minded and want them to combine, then the combine bit needs to be good on offense because it can't work on defense. Candyman's put they should make these new combiners immune to popping by hollows. I don't think they can because that's how the combiner outpost operates, not the combiner itself. So they could have it ignore hollows, maybe. Jason Stromya has put his I stumbled in here somehow. Well, thanks for joining the stream, much appreciated. Yeah, Big Blaze put his 5-star wiped a whole area. Yeah, but I don't think it should. That's the point I'm making. It's doing a lot more damage than it should. Big Blaze put, I'd say people will be going after Dino King 5-star. Yeah, I think people still go after the combiners because of the combiners. Not because they're any good, but we find that's a frustrating thing. That spaceape will put out really crappy content and people will go for it regardless. They'll just lap it up regardless. So, what's the point? Joseph Trillo's put, is Dino King the same? I don't really know. I'm not 100% sure. Because a lot of the comp playtesters can't get in. I'm waiting for Freeze to do his stream, to be honest with you. But I know he's having issues. Queen T's put, Wozza, you need to do another batch tier list. I was thinking about that, actually, you know. When I was thinking of ideas for this week's video. I was thinking about that. Yeah, that's probably on the cards. I might do that next week. Rangers put, definitely sub to you. Started 3 days and learn a ton with you. Good to know. Much appreciated. I really hope it helps. I really do. Joseph Prime, how's it going? Clantan's put, I bet you $1 million spark that whoever designed this combiner at SA didn't even realise you could use multiple abilities in defense. You can't use multiple abilities in defense. You can use different ones, but you can't use multiple. What do you mean you can't switch? You mean you can't switch between the ones? You mean you think they think it's set? You mean? I don't know. Metabear put, hey, was a back to 6-shot. I think you should do a combo. Mix 2 things for the price of 1 abilities. 3 abilities in total. That's what I said, basically. Similar sort of thing. He could be used off current tech. It wouldn't do him justice, but it could be. But they refuse to. Oh, grind times means you can't use more than one. They wouldn't realise. Well, surely not. Surely they'd realise that. June Howard's put batch tier list. Yes, it's been a while. It's not been that long, really. I normally do about 1 per year of obviously combats, bots, outpost bots, different sort of subjects, really. I haven't done a binder one in 2 years, really, but because honestly, I think that everyone knows that once you do a binder tier list, it's just going to be God, Neptune, Ruination, and then everyone else. And I think everyone knows that. So there's no point really doing that, that tier list. But I think my bot one was 7 months ago. My combat one was 5 months ago. So, yeah, I just don't want to keep going over the same content time and time again. And this is not like a thing saying I don't want to. I mean, I could do tier lists every month. It fills a spot on my, thing of things that I can put in my stream, and it fills a spot and makes it easier. I mean, it's easy doing tier lists. I'm just sat there going, I like that bot, I don't like that one. But I don't think it's justice to people to keep doing them. In other games, I see a lot of people doing tier lists constantly, and I'm like, I just watched this a few months ago. Like, I don't want to watch the same video again. And I kind of think, I kind of feel like it's a cop-out. I keep doing these tier lists. That's why I don't like doing them more than once a year. But if you guys want to see a tier list, I will gladly do another tier list. Gladly. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a bot tier list? Do you want to see a combiner tier list? Let me know and I'll look into it. I mean, it is quite a bit setting up, but I don't mind doing them. But let me know. Yeah, listen, it's any content you guys want to see. You let me know. You guys tell me what content you want to see, and I will gladly do it. No problem at all. Especially if you remember. If you remember and you're in the members chat, just hit me up saying, hey, Wozza, I would really like to see you do a video on this. And it helps me with ideas, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes I sit here and, like, there's been quite a few times where I've gone, oh, God, what am I going to talk about this week? I'm really struggling, like, and I think about what I would want to see. But that doesn't mean that's what you guys want to see. So you guys tell me. Blade 19, you and Grindtime need to get together. I know. Yeah. The base rinsing. I know. I quite liked base rinsing, but it didn't get a lot of views. So I was like, well, maybe people don't like base rinsing. But listen, I always enjoy working with Grindtime, regardless. Yeah, King Grimlock's put tier lists only makes sense when his meta changes. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I don't think there has been meta changes a bit recently, so I don't know, maybe. Rangers put 8 months for your batch video. Mean batch ratings. Yeah, but don't forget, I think there's only been 1 batch release since then. Because there used to be like 3 or 4 a year, so 8 months will cover an extra 2. I normally wait until there's a good couple of batches out to cover. I don't see the point in going over my last batch list and then just doing the latest batch. I might as well do a rating on the latest batch, just do that, rather than covering the whole content again. Maybe watch the same content. It's a bit repetitive. Wozza's top frustration tier list. That's not a bad shout, you know. That's not a bad shout. Most annoying things in Earth Wars tier list. That's not a bad shout. Cream Tea, how come Blue Streak is in the meta now? How does he compare with Only Gunners? One of the best in the game. So, I have got a confession. I did something a bit sneaky. Let me go to my live account. I think this will please tracks. I did actually go and get Blue Streak. I did go and get him. I had some shards. I actually bought the bundle, which was like 20 quid for like 5,000 5-star shards. I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. And I was like, yep. So, yeah. Went and got Blue Streak, and I've still got, what? 2,000? I got more than that. Where's my 5-star shards gone? This my... Oh, I was worried then. I thought my shards had gone. Yeah, I still got 10k 5-star shards. I probably had a panic then. Proper panic, thinking my shards have gone. I don't know how many I had. So I can't even have gone to Space 18. I'm missing this. Michael Cooper, top 10 favourite builds. That's not a bad shout as well. I'm going to write some of these down, actually. Because there's some good ideas, actually. Because sometimes doing top 10 combats is not always feasible. So, top builds. Yep, that's not a bad idea. I like that one. I'll rate the current batch. I haven't done that one yet. I'll write that one down. And what else is the one? There was another idea as well on what to put on there. Top frustrations. I'm gonna do something around that, you know. But we all know what number 1's gonna be, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? Skip, make sure I don't lose that. There we go. Wozza's most mental bots. Yeah, Dance put last batch didn't have anyone new. No, but it's good to rate it as a batch though. Steve Pierce, I'd love a war strategy video. Yeah, I can do that all the time. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's while we're here, let's do a war attack. I'll tell you what, we'll do a couple of war attacks while we're here. So let's I mean I don't want to belittle people, but it is only Cybertron, which is obviously not high level for me. Normally Prime League is a bit more competitive for me. But let's have a look. I've not even seen this base yet, so MC Def, apologies. A lot of people get really annoyed when people attack their base on stream. But so just by look at this base straight away, whenever I see a HQ at the back without a shield gen close to it and my Cronus, I always think backdoor. Yeah, straight away I'm looking at backdoor and how I can think. So the first thing I look at is HQ's at the back with no shield gen. If you're going to put your HQ at the back, I would advise you put the shield gen cluster right next to the HQ. That makes it a lot harder to be backdoored. I would also add anti-acid, anti-fire core somewhere around there to stop taking it out with the Titan. But this looks like a very easy backdoor. There's no liage around there. The combiner's up front as well. So it's going to be a very easy backdoor, I feel this. Now I'm going to look at the build bots. Yep. It's got an FFD, which stops shields. FFD, which prevents shields. Anti-hack and anti-healing. So, yep. So I feel like all I'm going to do is going to drop Leo Prime somewhere around here. He's going to die really quickly. Might have to drop someone a bit lower level. It's going to die really quickly. Then we're going to let's see what, we'll just do it. So we need to take someone like Gunner. So I think Blue Streak is a great example there. We can take Blue Streak, really low level. We want it to die very quickly to activate the battle. Then literally going to take Cup. I'm going to take Springer. Again, only 4 stars. Could do the 5-star Springer though, but I'm not going to that batch. 1 in 4 chance of Springer, but I really do want a 5-star Springer for these back doors. But hey, then I'm going to take a bot just in case I need to finish off the HQ in some way. So I'll take Silver Bolt in case there's anything left over, and then I'm going to take another bot. Probably take Pipes. No, one doesn't need a shield. Beachcomber, just in case. What you don't want is if you use all these 4 bots and all 4 die, the battle is over. If you've still got a bot in your shuttle, the battle will carry on. So you need to make sure there's a bot in your shuttle so your Titan can finish off the HQ if need be. So at the very least, I want to try and take this section here out, and then the Titan will take out the rest. I'm going to try and take out. So I need to take out this. So all this section here. So that's the idea. I'm going to struggle taking out these down here, I think, because they're quite low, and there's pretty sure my Cronus is quite close. Yeah, my Cronus is there, so that's going to be quite difficult. So might have to use Titan, second blast, take that one out. But then again, if my Cup and Springer are far back enough, then they probably won't get hit by that one, but they definitely will by these. So they definitely need taken out. So got to take Ruination. Just make sure. Wrong. There we go. I could actually take Warpath, but the problem with taking Warpath is that there's so many like combiners and outposts on the launch pad that if I do take Warpath, then yeah, it'll take a lot out. But then it might pop these, and I really don't know who it is without scouting. I can't be bothered, if I'm honest with you. I would advise everyone to scout, if I'm honest. But would it be in Cybertron? I think this would be quite easy. I mean, don't talk too soon, Wozza. Don't count your chickens. But here we go. So Ruination is the key here. So we're going to put Blue Streak right at the back. Remember, if you press the pad here, it doesn't always work. So we're going to put him right at the back here. Then he's going to get killed by the beam laser. That's fine. All we're doing is activating our Titan. That's all we're trying to do. You need someone on the battlefield for that. So I could actually maybe use... I'm trying to think now where to use. I might just use it on the cluster there. That's simple. And then, yeah, use it on that cluster there. choose a night cluster with the red Crimson Zeke, and then drop Ruination here. Up here to the missile launcher. And then we're gonna drop my bots there, because that's the most important thing. And then I'm gonna drop another acid, I think, on there, stop the healing. Then we're gonna drop cup over here. And there's not gonna be enough room, so I might have to kill some of these defenses with cup even. And then I took out the shield gen, just realised, brilliant. This might be a problem. Just mute them. Just do that a minute. And then get rid of that. Oh, and I popped an outpost. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Yeah, I just knackered that. Let's forget that. Let's forget that ever happened. And if all else fails, just go to a walk. I'm not a master about doors, don't pretend to be. But let's go again. So, standard war team, but not scattershot. I was just messed about trying scattershot out. Let's put small screen back in. So, Leo Prime, absolutely immense bot. I think I'm going to show you how good he is here. We're going to start off with Leo Prime and Rook, pop an outpost, do a lot of damage, and then just walk through the base. What I'm used to, really. Forgot to take out the shield gen then, and that caused loads of issues. Didn't take out the beam laser, so nah. Okay. Damage up there as well. Take some damage up there as well. Do some damage up there as well. Go forward a bit. Optus Primal up there. Send him up there. Damage over there. Up there. Probably don't need a combine at this point, maybe, but try and pop this combine over here though. Let's get rid of this down here so no one pops the outpost, don't need surprises. There we go. So you can see there that I just took them two structures out, and it's not because they're in any danger, but I'm just trying to keep this outpost from being popped. So I'd rather take the two structures out and just keep the box going upwards rather than get stuck battling outposts down here. So sometimes taking key structures out is more important than actually taking a defense out. But there you go. Yeah, walking is a lot easier for me. It's what I'm sort of used to, and obviously Leo Prime makes it a lot easier. Absolutely incredible bot of damage he started doing, and you sort of kill half a base just yeah, in an instant. Let's have a look again. So a nice split base. So what this base is trying to do. So this base is where they have these walls like this. It's trying to make your bots walk around. So the easiest way is to try and destroy as much of the lower base as you can and force your bots to walk around. So literally, I'm going to drop Leo Prime. I'm going to do fire up there. Should I do fire? I'm actually use sea spray. Sea spray. Do some damage up there. Do some damage up there. Pop these outposts and combiner, and then I'll probably fight the combiner down below, and then fight whatever's up here afterwards. So let's go with that. So, bit slower. Okay, I'll tell you what, I will go in slow mo as much as I can. Okay. So, I'm going to drop Rook down. So, Rook will pop, will drop a hollow down because he has shield drum. So, he will drop a hollow, as you can see there. That'll pop the outpost for there. There it is. That pops one outpost. That'll pop the combined outpost. I'm going to drop this over there, and that'll pop the other one. Then we're going to drop Sea Spray over here, and then we're going to do damage over here. I'm going to do damage over there. In fact, no, I'm going to drop Combine. I should drop Combine now, actually. Then damage over there as well, I think, actually, yeah. Don't think I need to drop the Combiner yet. I can just do this instead. Yep, I think we'll be alright, actually. So slow motion. So all we're doing now is we're just making sure that we can take out the combiner, take out the bots down below here safely. So just let them battle now. You can see that they're going to do damage around. Our bots are probably going to split. If Rook's close enough for this outpost, I might pop this outpost as well and send him upwards maybe. I might do it after I've actually took them out though. Then I'll walk upwards. We've got acid and fire build bot, so we've got an anti-acid build bot there. You know, anti-fire actually? I think that's actually. It's gonna be a waste if I use that there. So let's use it over the side here. Check this out. We'll drop our combiner. Yeah, I think we've lost Optimus there, I think. He just walked off. We can start with Optimus over. We can start with Leo Prime over here, though. Take that out there. Fire over there. We can use Sea Spray up there as well. Then we can drop our combiner as well. We're in a bit of danger, so we need some damage up here as well. Okay. So let's just do some damage over there. Let's get rid of some of them defenses. Then we're going to rush up. So right now, all I'm going to try and do is take out as much as I can. Ruination, there we go. Leave my bots here. They'll distract the bots there. All I need to be careful now is this outpost. So I need to pop this outpost. So I'm going to use pipes over there. I need to be careful with FFD, but they're all gone, I think. Yep, I was right. Yep, it's Quellagon, so I need to be careful of that. I think he's hitting one of my other bots, so I need to put him in there. Put a healer down as well to heal them. And that is pretty much game over now. So yeah, once Quellagon has been, you know, been countered, then just need to let the bots carry on up. Fast forward. And done. Next one, let's have a look. So this number 4 is normally the hardest one because they have increased the values for base 4. So the shield, this sort of cluster here with Liege is always really difficult. So need to be careful with Megatronus on a high damage defense. So the MDS doing the most damage. Megatronus is a worry there. In terms of build bots, we've got anti-healing build bots. That's going to stop any healing. Got an FFD, Force Field Disruptor, which takes away any shielding. Fireproof Dome, which stops any fire. We've got another FFD, which that stops shields again. Then we've got an Antidote Zone, which stops acid effects. So we're going to struggle to take out this middle cluster here, but I'm not really concerned with these defenses here. It's these two. So what I'm going to do is, rather than using my Titan to take out the shield gen and taking these out, I'm literally just going to take these two out with Roadbuster because it's a good one-shot bot and you can take them out. So I'm going to take them out with Roadbuster. I'm going to use Leo Prime in a line to take out. So as soon as he gets to here, he can take out this and this and this and this, maybe this up there. Take that out. Most people have Vector on an MDS. I would normally hit it with Roadbuster, but because I'm using Roadbuster for these two, I'm literally going to put a Rook Hollow, I think, down here and try and distract it and try and just kill it really with I might even kill it with Leo Prime to get it down on health because there's no healing around it, and then finish it off with Ruination, which is dangerous because that smashes Ruination. But I think I'm going to kill this side here with Leo Prime, this side with Ruination, take these out with Roadbuster. So I think the key here is taking this out with Rook distracted, I think. When you try to combine, that's going to do damage anyway. So Leo Prime, Rook, take it out. I hope you appreciate me using the skips here, by the way. I've been saving these skips. But definitely buying coins. Okay. So, like we said, we're going to drop Rock here. Go wait for his shield run counterpart to come down. And there it is, distracting. And we're going to do Leo Prime there. Then we're going to do a bit of Optimus there, I think. And Rock's died. That's not good. There's quite a few FFDs. I don't want to use them at all, really. But I think I can use it here just to. I think the FFD might still stretch. Do I get closer though? Use that there. I can use that now. I can use that on there. Make sure that comes down. There we go. You can see there, most of that section now is gone. I'm going to try and remove some of this bottom section here the best I can. So I don't want him to pop his outpost if we can up here really, but I also want to take this section. I want to get value from our use of ruination as well though. I didn't get the fire off. I didn't get the 5-star ability off. And they're going to put the outpost anyway, so it doesn't matter. But hey. But now, which build bot's still left over? Okay, that's fine. We can rush pipes into there. Because we want to put this outpost here, which is Guelegon, which I thought it might have been. So that's fine. Put some healing down here. A lot of damage being done there. Since pretty up there, I can take some of this out, and I can also get some points back from hitting the 3-point builder at the same time. And then I can rush that in there. Take a bit of the hits. Just take this beam laser out a minute because my healer's concentrating on. Then I want to keep my gunners alive. This is why I like Big Daddies. I know it sounds mad. My friends say it's really funny hearing you say Big Daddy, but this is why I take Big Daddies along with me. It's becoming a bit dangerous now though. With nothing left. We might actually lose this maybe, depending on if sidetrack does what damage here. Oh wow, it's down to the Big Daddies. If we can get this acid ability off before Big Daddy die, then I think I'll be alright, I think. Big Daddy to save the day. I might run out of time actually. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of time. Oh wow. Shocking. But get the idea. That's quite bad actually. Must be a decent base. Some people have lost on it, so yeah. Decent base design, but no excuse really though. I can't lost Rook so early. Why losing Rook so early? I think I might have to take that out with concentrate on taking that out with Roadbuster instead. Let's try that. Let's try taking. I'd take 2 healers with me. I think I might take 2 healers with me. Let's take Smoke Screen out and take a second healer. That's always a good tactic. Let's try that. Okay. Let's try this then. Then it's going to come off actually worse, actually, the way it is. Yeah, it's even worse. I lost this one. Completely lost this one. Yeah, I've lost this one. No point in even trying again. Right. I think I know what I'm going to do now. Let's really go into it now. I'm just rushing through it. Let's really go through it. So, let's have a look. Where can we rush this from? So, anything from there, really. So, we need to pop the outpost from in there. So, I think if I put Rook here and drop his outpost, put his hollow in there, that'll pop that outpost. That outpost will be popped. I don't think that one will. Who's in the outpost, though? Might eat. No, I don't want to do a sack. It's not my forte. So I think I need to get something in there. That's what I need to do. Okay. Using so many skips here. I'm not happy about this. I think the problem is losing Rook. Oh, I didn't realise it was delusion. That's probably why I'm losing, so honestly. Lose this one. Decent base design. Deluge is so overpowered, it's ridiculous. It really is. Hate Deluge. It's just stupid. It really is. I mean, like, I've covered this a few times to give you an idea. So, I mean, the first time I didn't even realise Deluge was there. This is my sort of beachcomber. And this is the reason. Cut yourself in a golden lagoon that increases your health and reflection by 23%. So it reflects 23% damage. Gain a cheer that when used boosts especially damage of all allies around you as well. Make an ally invisible for 12 seconds. Every 2 seconds during this, enemies near ally will be hacked. So it's just, yeah. Just realised actually, does this hacking work on defence constantly? I think it does, doesn't it? But it says enemies near the ally will be hacked for 5 seconds. Is that a bug? Ally and the caster. So yeah, so it's not casting on anyone. So why is it getting reflect? So really, make an ally invisible for 12 seconds. Every 2 seconds. I think that's actually bugged. But hey. Ranger, thanks for becoming a member. Thank you. And Elite Pencil, thank you for subscribing as well. Yeah, Cream Tea's put Beachcomb on defense with the Golden Lagoon refused to die. Yeah, I know, I hate it. I really hate it. Really dislike it. After breaker and beachcomber meta. Yeah, after breaker on defense just to attack just to pop outpost. But I don't like sacking. I don't really like it. Johnny Butler's put he wants to see an underrated bot tier list. I didn't underrated bot tier list, I think. Underrated bots, I think top 10 like, yeah. Rangers put I've rushed at HQ 15. Yeah, but he's good to know these things. These still work at lower levels, so yeah. Why not defense for answer who's the better Titan video? Because it's not a long video, is it really? I mean, does everyone know it's Ark? I think everyone knows it's Ark, really, yeah. Got to level that blue streak. Yeah, I know I do. Yeah. Oh, Tractors put Springer can fly to hollows. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, but yeah. Would have wave. Who's wave to clear shield generator before jumping? Miss out. Miss what? Andrew Stevenson just got 5-star rook. Is he good for war? I just said yes before this attack, but yeah. What is the best core for mines? I think most people use the anti-transformation mines, and after that, then you look at glass gas, and I think that's only 2 really people use. But anti-transformation mines are the main ones. Andrew Stevenson, I like Blue Streak more than Leo. Yeah, they're both good. Both really good. Mark Cooper, you can get some tough bases in Cybertron these days. Yeah, I mean, the third time I probably did take it seriously, but I said I didn't even scout. I didn't even look at who was in the outpost. So, you know. But Deluge is just cheat code, really is. Queen T, should I get Optimal if I've got Leo Prime? It's still good. Yeah, both good bots still, so yeah. Ranger, didn't expect to get this hard forward into the wars. It can do. Yeah, Cybertron and Prime League, it definitely can do. Yeah. What alliance am I in? I'm in G1 Order 66 Ops. So I was in a top alliance maybe a year ago and I dropped out. Just through frustration, really, on certain things. I think it was actually the release of Beachcomber. I think that's when I dropped out because it was just stupid trying to beat Beachcomber. I've said to Dale, we need more counters, so you can hack him. But there's not many hack bots that are really, really OP, so I'm not really a fan. But there needs to be more counters. Why did I not say blue streak? Because my blue streak is level 20. That's why. That's why I didn't say blue streak. He's not leveled yet. I plan on leveling blue streak probably next endurance event. So I plan on leveling him each week up to. So obviously he's at 11, 20 now. So I'll put him in the lab again. Which while we're talking about that, I'll put him in the lab now. And then just keep putting him through the lab basically one by one until we get near to the endurance, and then smash him up to like 65 or something. So I'll do that. Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, cool. Next stage. Boom, boom. Shoot, skip, XP. Cool. Well, that is it for this week, guys. Much appreciate everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, we stream the same time every Thursday. That is going to change when daylight savings comes into play in America. I know it has changed, got an hour forwards, I think, for most people in America now, because our clock's obviously gone back an hour. But when daylight savings changes in America, then that will obviously change back, which I think is sometime soon. But we do stream every Thursday. But the best way to never miss a stream is to subscribe, and you will literally get a notification of when I am live, when I do post videos, when I do videos, whatever I do, you'll get notifications if you subscribe, guys. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated. I'll take some of the ideas down and I'll bring them in over the next few weeks. And thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.